Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I'm just pulling up my YouTube really quick. I can get my mouse to work for me.
Yes, I need to get plugged in and set up real quick. All right.
Search for my channel here.
Yes, Flowing. It's so cold here in Ohio. It's been rainy and cold, not great the last few days, and I think this will next week.
Yeah, we've
My
got
bones have been hurting a little bit. Not great the last few days, and I think this will next week.
We've got a storm coming in our way, and it's sort of slowly.
Oh yeah, Linda G said that she has flooding, and she's not expecting to have power for very long.
I haven't caught Linda G yet this morning. I'm trying not to read the current readers before I go on live streams because I don't want to.
I didn't watch her and Sterling's video, but she posted in her community tab about it. So
yeah.
I was busy this morning. If you didn't catch me, I was on Scott Allen's channel with Debbie from Freebird Spirit and Andrea from Lilac Lantern, and it was a really fun time.
Yes, it was. I was totally surprised because I turned them on.
Scott messaged me like 5 minutes before they went live, and I was like, "Yeah, I can come on. I need a minute though. I was not cute."
You need to wake up.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. It's been a crazy energy morning for us.
It's morning for you. Well, morning, afternoon for you. It's like 4:30 on the East Coast. So.
Yeah, I'm just coming into my afternoon. It's 1:30 here in California. Yeah. But yeah, I woke up and Kevin had asked me last night. He goes, "How's your energy doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, everything's good right now." I woke up this morning. I felt like I was upside down in my energy, and it's all turned back around. And my guides have been talking to me all morning like crazy. Been seeing these fantastic energy fields, as I had talked to Kevin about this morning. After he had finished up with Debbie, Scott, and Andrew. It's a great show. I really enjoyed it, and we'll be rescheduling our program that we had planned on Tuesday with Debbie. Those of you that have caught her show, she has some personal family things going on, and she's talked about it on her channel. And so if you want more information, go watch her video from her Sunday 11/11. She talks about that, sending love, light, and our prayers to her and her family. Sharon isn't joining us this morning. She's on her way to the airport. She's going to be flying out to spend time with her daughter Lauren, who has been sick. We're also keeping her in our prayers and her with travel. And we're going to miss her. Big shout out to Lisa Smith's birthday on Friday. Those of you, I'm sure everybody was there. If you weren't there, it was really a blast.
I had a miss. I was sad.
Yeah, Kevin didn't join us because he had to work. But it was really fun. And I wanted to say a very, 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 very heartwarming special thank you to Wayne and Suzanne, who are our dear friends and part of our tribe and our community, and so respected by everybody. It's taken months to get Wayne to come on live. And Suzanne has been working with me on this one. We finally got him on live Friday to say hello to everybody. Everybody, he talks to everybody. They're such a loving, supporting couple, and I love them to death. And so thank you both, Suzanne and Wayne. And now he's getting invites from everybody out of respect of both of them and their privacy. He's not going to be opening a channel soon. He just wanted to let everybody see them and introduce himself to everybody because we've all been so close and we all feel like family, and we really are family together. So thank you both, Wayne and Suzanne, for coming on. I know that was very difficult for Wayne, but thank you. We really enjoyed it. But out of respect, you know, hopefully we can get him on every once in a while when we're having a special occasion show, just to say hi. He doesn't have to read cards with us or anything, but we really, I was so happy that he came on, and yes, you know, I always tell him and Suzanne, they're what everybody inspires to find in a loving partnership. It gives us all hope that we can find that love in our life. I've been fortunate to do that. I know Kevin has been fortunate to find that love in his life too. And it's out there, you know, it is out there. So, but they're an example of that just wonderful bonding, loving relationship you can find in a partnership if you put put it out there to the universe that that's what you want, is to find that type of love. It still exists. So, but a special shout out to Wayne and Suzanne. Also, I just found out right before we went on, my sister called me. They think she has breast cancer. So if everybody could send some healing love, and they haven't done the biopsies yet, but I've got some insider information on it through my guides. But I'm going to be there holding her hand through that process. I know she's going to be okay, but she needs just add her into our prayer circle. I would really appreciate that. She's worked hard to make a lot of amazing changes in her life, and she's a good sister, so my heart goes out to her. And I wanted to just say that and put that out there too, because I know how the power of prayer, I've experienced the power of prayer from our viewers, also myself with my cancer scare that disappeared completely off my PET scans before I got the biopsies done, which just amazes me. Prayer works, and I can attest to that. And so I wanted to put that out there. We are taking questions. I'm having a hard time seeing my chat. Just a second. I need to pull the program up on my.
I might put my glasses on to help you.
Do a pop out so I can see the chat in real time, because I froze my chat on the StreamYard. So let me just.
Must have internet issues too.
Yeah, we're out of retrograde now, so that should help us. But the weather, I think, is starting to impact our internet.
Yeah, maybe. You're breaking up a little bit on my screen. I can hear you, but the picture isn't. It just flickered on mine. So, excuse me.
Anthony?
I was burning stage earlier.
Electronics, please.
Yes.
My nephew tends to jump in and mess with my electronics sometimes too. I can hear him laughing, so. He's like, I'm not doing it.
Thank you, Connie. Oh, I have a question. I don't know. I have a question for a friend, if you don't mind, just in a second.
Oh,
Got it. I gave her my opinion.
absolutely.
So while you all post your questions for us to look at, my friend, her dog, she had to take to the emergency room after work last night. And the vet was saying, he's like a little, his name's Pablo. He's a little Chihuahua, I believe. And she was saying that the ER vet told her that it was his neck and back something happened, and gave some like pain meds for her dog. And I just want your impressions on that, because I shared mine, and I'll share it after.
I don't read animals well. It's not something I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting that the pain meds are helping the dog. a lot.
Do you feel like you pick up on like a
We're
cause
going to
of?
find out what's causing that, and there is a medical issue, but there's also a dietary issue tied to it. The vet will be addressing that also. It's going to be a combination of some treatment. They're going to find it in his blood work.
Okay. I was kind of picking up. I was feeling that something scared and startled him, and he like jerked himself back and pulled something in his neck. I know that she's had some other health issues with him, so maybe that is something that you're picking up at the fun in his blood.
Yeah, I'm picking up there's a digestional issue and an imbalance. That's why I'm seeing the bloodstream, and then I'm seeing dietary. I wasn't feeling the muscle at all, but then I'm having that tension in my base of my neck.
Yeah, me too, a little bit. And I don't know. I know that she was at work when it happened, and I was kind of feeling that her fiance knew what happened. I don't know if it was his dog that startled the little dog, because I know he has a bigger one.
Could have been.
But I felt something really startle the dog, where it had to like jerk itself back and hold something like in his neck, upper back.
He's gonna be good though. The muscle, the pain medications is helping tremendously. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Bears,
I just want somebody else to.
He needs to check up some blood work, and there's a dietary issue that she needs to address, and then he'll be all good.
Thank you.
I pulled up to the beginning of the chat in our geez, I don't know what's going on here. In our StreamYard, to the very beginning, when the first people entered the room and started posting their chats. So I'm going to pull them in the order as I see them. Hopefully I won't miss anybody. I do have vision problems that I always disclaim at the beginning. But the first chat that came in under my initial good morning when I launched the channel this morning comes from it came in at 1:01, and it was from Shannon Lee, and I'm going to post it here. And she is asking us if we could give her any details about her future husband and how will she recognize him.
My guides are laughing and saying,
my guys laugh too. That's funny. I'm like, well, I'm not going to give you all those details, but you will recognize him because you'll have that
immediately. She's going to know.
Yeah.
Her heart's going to flutter in that moment, and she's going to know. You're very intuitive, Shannon, and your guides will definitely let you know when Mr. Right is there in front of you.
It'll be that meet across the room type moment where your eyes lock and you're just instantly, you just know, you've met the one.
Yeah.
Description wise, I can't tell you what he looks like. He's tall or taller than you. I don't know how tall you are. And I can't see the chat. Can you see the chat?
He says, oh, I'm so happy. I'm kind of picking up, he's going to have like he definitely feels on the taller side and has a nice build to him. And I feel like has like a ashy blonde hair, like a dirty blonde, and glasses.
Hold on, I got to mute.
Okay. She's like, I like tall, I'm sure. Yes, same. Although my husband's short, so.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed that because I see him as taller than you. It's probably the picture I have.
I'm 6'2", and well, I think in that picture, I think I was on, we were on our deck, and I was on the stair, and he was up on the landing, so that might be why. But
you're very, very tall.
Yeah, I'm 6'2", and he is, I think, 5'8", somewhere around there. I always had a rule before I got with him, though, that I wasn't really interested in dating guys that were under 5'10".
Yeah,
But
I had that rule
there's a
too when I met
protein
my
for me,
husband's
so.
5'11", so I just wanted him taller than me, or at least the same height. My first husband was 5'5", and I was 5 inches taller than him. So yeah, it makes a difference.
But you'll know. Your guys will let you know, Shannon, when
Yeah,
he is in the picture. It does
you'll
feel like
know
it's a
in
little.
the minute you meet him, you will know that you just met him. It will be that apparent to you. Don't go hunting, because it's going to be a situation where you're going to be someplace in a social setting. You're not going to meet him in a bar, so don't go bar hopping and things like that. You're going to meet him in a social setting or a business setting, or he's going to happen to be at the same restaurant, and you guys just sort of notice each other, and
The universe will bring you
you
together.
may see him several times before you actually connect. But the minute you connect, you'll know.
I'm feeling it's a little while off, though. I'm feeling like 2, so maybe 2 years.
Now I've got on my Lenormand. I can give you a season, maybe even the number of months. Let's see what Lenormand, what Spirit allows us to tell you. It's going to be a great relationship. You just put out there in the universe what you want out of a relationship, and he will meet the marks. Do not put the I don't want on your list, just the positive.
I can feel like when they're going to first meet, I feel like the heart flutters a little bit. It's really cute.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting it's going to be a May meeting, but when? And I love that the card come up the tree, which means it's going to be a strong, slow-moving, strong relationship. It's not going to be a whirlwind romance. It's going to just evolve slowly. You're just going to let it play out because it's going to be right. 23 months.
Yep,
I get a luck card behind it. Luck being clovers. Clovers bloom in the springtime. It's going to be your white on a white. I pulled the number 1, the Rider card of Lenormand, which is a messenger card. He's going to be that knight on a white horse for you. It was what came to mind as soon as I saw the card. So, yeah, in the next 24 months, sometime in May, springtime to May, between February and May, you're going to meet this person in a social gathering of some kind. What kind of social gathering? I don't know. It will not be at a bar, though. It might be at a wedding or an event or a business meeting or a market. It's got to be someplace where there's people. And I have this feeling you'll actually cross paths several times before you actually meet. You'll keep noticing each other. He'll approach you, though. You won't approach him. He will approach you. That's what I'm hearing. But you'll know it's right. Yeah, you'll get that heart flutter.
Yeah.
So when he offers to take you out for coffee or whatever, that neutral first date, go. Accept his offer. So it's beautiful.
Blessings, Shannon.
I'm literally going to roll down and try to catch the questions in the order that they're coming. The next question I have is 103, is Mims. Good morning, Mims. And it says, good morning, Kathy and Kevin. Pacific Northwest super major flooding or landslides this winter. into spring.
Feel
We
it.
are going to get a lot of Northern California rain.
I'm feeling some landslides, I think, up in like Oregon.
Yes. Yes,
And
I do see
Washington.
they're having problems getting, I'm a Forest Service brat, just to let everybody know. So I'm very familiar with fire rehab. The fires have been so big this year that they're trying to get the rehab done. What they do in the rehab is they do a lot of grass planting to try to get the root systems to set into the soil to prevent the mudslides. They do a lot of it aerially. It's all done by contract. They're having a hard time getting enough product because of the amount of fires California's been having over the past couple of years. And so, unfortunately, they're not going to get the amount of rehab they need to do to prevent some of these areas from getting flooding. But they're trying to get the areas, the mudslide areas around populated areas done first, because, of course, they don't want more destruction to happen. But yes, there will be some mudslide problems, impacts, and we're going to get an unusually heavy rain this, especially through the Pacific Northwest, which is the Washington, Oregon region, and also we're going to get pretty consistent rains in Northern California area. I know Linda G's area is currently getting rain. I'm feeling it coming in about 4 to 6 hours lower in Central California, in our weather pattern when the rains actually make it all the way down the valley floor. So we're going to be getting some rains. It's predicted tomorrow. We have 100% chance of rains here, but I'm feeling the rain already in the air. Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be a wet winter in the Pacific Northwest and even into California. Not enough to bring our water tables out of drought, but it's very needed. So
I'm feeling spring with these landslides in March. I felt March, and I do feel the major populated areas like Seattle, Portland, those kind of areas, I don't think are going to be affected. I think it's going to be very small areas of small populated areas. I'm not feeling anything like Seattle or Portland.
No, it's going to be Southern Oregon, more around the small towns outside of Grants Pass, or not Grants Pass, Rogue River areas, the southern regions, Azula, Astoria, those areas.
Well, there's a lot, I think, of wilderness in that area, off in the mountains.
Yeah, there's a lot of little blanket communities up and down throughout there, small town communities. Some of them will be impacted from it, but none of the big none of the major cities in that area. That's taken care of. It'll be some of the bedroom communities that may get some impacts from it, or get some road blockages. I keep seeing that across thoroughfares. I'm not seeing the I-5 corridor, which is the major route through the Pacific Northwest, getting blockages. They do have some problems with some rock slides in the Roseburg area. I grew up there. Sorry. I grew up in Oregon. They'll have some, but a lot of that's protected by fencing and stuff. Some rock falls there, but it's not going to hit the freeways or anything. Heavy rains, heavier than normal rainfalls, though, in Oregon, up and down the Pacific Northwest, the I-5 corridor through Oregon. And they're going to get hit with a really bad January snowfall. Christmas through the New Year, they're going to get that time frame. I keep seeing that they're going to have a bad year for the snow running in, some closures. So if you're living Seattle or north of Seattle into maybe the Eugene, Oregon area through that direction, if you're planning on any Christmas travel, carry your chains, watch your weather. download the highway camera system that is available so that you can see when the roads are clear enough to travel. And just, if you can avoid travel during that period, that might be advised to take make some change of plans. I wouldn't advise doing travel because it's going to be a real bad snowfall through that season. It's going to make travel difficult, and just for safety's sake. But yeah,
we need the rain though too.
We're going to have a rough winter this year. It's a double Nina, I believe is what they're. What Jen's World referred to it. I'm like, oh yeah. When she said it, I was like, I heard the ring.
I definitely feel this winter, most of the U.S. is going to be extremely cold and very wet.
Yeah. And your region, the Midwest, and Eastern, Western, Upper, you guys are going to get a lot of snow this year too.
We've been very mild probably the last 4 or 5 years, but I feel it's so strong 2 days a week, and it's all freeway driving to my restaurant job. So at the moment, I am currently looking at something closer because I have a 2012 Kia Forte, and it does not like to drive in the snow.
No.
And I don't like driving in the snow, especially on the freeway.
But you might want to invest in a good pair of snow tires for it, just for better grip on that road. I see Pennsylvania is going to get more snow than the Cleveland area, though.
Yeah, I feel it's a little bit more east of me. I definitely see the north slammed, but I also see it in the Midwest too.
Yeah, my daughter's about an hour and a half east of you in Pennsylvania, and she's gonna have her first winter in there, and they're gonna get slammed with the snow. I keep on seeing her having to learn to drive in the snow. It's gonna be the worst snow they've had in a long time, and yeah. So yeah. The next question on the list, I think I'm missing one. Hold on. No, that was Mims. And Mims had another comment here. Can I ask you to be live in the chat too, as long as you are? I don't understand. Can you put it up? I don't understand the question. Maybe I'm not reading it right.
Oh, they're just asking if I can be on the chat. I can't because my YouTube isn't connected with StreamYard, but I'm on my phone, so I am in the chat as well.
Oh, okay.
I just can't pull questions for Kathy. I can click on stuff. So
I'm gonna consult with a friend that knows how to do that. We were talking about that before we went live today, and I know there's a way to give him power in the StreamYard and put him on as a manager.
I want the power.
I want to give him power. And also Sharon, because you guys have better vision than I do. My psychic vision's good. My eyesight isn't. And the next question, I'm gonna expand my screen here so I can see better. Okay. I would like to know if management or owners of my apartment complex will get caught stealing electricity. The bills are killing me in some of them. One, you need to report that to your electric company and have them monitor that.
I'm not feeling necessarily stealing, but what I'm feeling is that their electrical wiring is very outdated, and they don't want to invest the money into some new wiring. It's an older building, so it's using up a lot more power. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, do contact your utility company and have them check your boxes for you, and also to see if there's any issues with power surges or your meter not running properly, because they do have ways to check that. And if they detect that there's an electrical issue, they will let you know, and then you can report it to your landlord. They are required to maintain safe electrical services because it's a fire hazard issue. So I would definitely contact the utility company and ask that they look at it.
Deb's asked landlord is getting the bill and dividing it up between tenants. And some marbles I have, and I have, they won't look at, plus they won't come out. Is it an older building staying at Marble? Because it definitely feels like the electric wires are outdated and probably use a little bit more electricity as well.
You can also contact your local fire department and ask them to do a fire hazard safety check. Because there's a certain amount of maintenance that's required in buildings, and if you're feeling like there's an electrical issue that could become a fire hazard, they will check that out. Your utility companies, though, should also check it, especially if you've got challenge in your bill. So I know I went around with Southern California Edison.
Stone Marble says yes, that it is an older building. They have orange cords everywhere.
They have cords everywhere? Is that what you said, Kevin?
Orange cords everywhere, yes.
Well, that's dangerous all by itself.
Yeah, I agree, Miss. And maybe it's time to think about finding someplace new.
Yeah,
sorry.
Definitely. I was just thinking the same thing as you said that. The difference in utilities to a new rent may not be that different. So it may be actually affordable to move, especially if you're getting unusual power bills.
She says they went through my shed to get the wires. I don't know Stone Marble, but I would say that
it sounds fishy as heck.
It does sound fishy.
I'm not getting a good vibe. I'm not getting a good feeling about that. There's something wrong. Like I keep on feeling like there's a fire hazard issue that you need to be concerned about, which is why I brought the fire hazard up. I think I would talk to my local fire department, ask them that, tell them, hey, I live in an apartment complex. I'm getting these issues. They've got orange cords everywhere. I'm not feeling comfortable. Is this even permitted? Because they do fire inspections on buildings, in rental units, in public buildings, in office buildings, and your inquiry can prompt a fire inspection. And your life and many others if there is a fire issue or electrical issue that's not being addressed by the landlord or the owner of the building.
I'm sure that there's some kind of landlord association too that you could probably contact and tell them that there's some sketchy stuff going on that you want to have investigated. But yeah, it definitely sounds like a fire hazard to me as well.
Yeah, I just keep on seeing there's a fire hazard issue there. And I'm with Deb Z. It's I don't know what your leasing situation is, but if you're coming up for a renewal, I would start looking for another place. I know it's expensive to move, but you'll be fine.
Okay.
Do you see her comment in the chat? She says, I will call the fire department and the manager.
No, but I'm just saying there has to be some kind of association landlords that you can report, like slum landlords and stuff like that, and tell them there's something.
The building manager, I would try to go above the building managers. So if there's a management company, yeah, head that direction. Rather than one you want at your facility, talk to the management company. They may not even be aware of it. He may have whoever's the on grounds landlord, maybe the grounds landlord and / the repair person that's going in and doing little repairs.
Hi, Trina.
So yeah, that's my impression on that one. But she needs
but once your lease is up, I would probably start trying to find something new, stone marble, because I can definitely feel the fire hazard myself. So
yeah,
I feel you'll be okay. I feel like she'll get out of there before anything like that happens.
Yeah. Hello, greeter. Love and hugs back.
Hi, greeter.
I'm scrolling down for messages. I froze. I didn't even shout out hello to everybody. Hello, Sharon Sipes. Sharon's in the room. The next question I'm finding in the list is from Stacy Starr. She says, "What does my what do my finances look like in 2022?"
They're going to be better.
Upward, yeah. I got the word upward, and I heard throw some cards on this one for her, please. I'm feeling like a really good upward swing for you, though. Very positive.
I'm not necessarily feeling a new job change, but I'm feeling like a promotion and raise, or definitely a raise.
You're going to get some household balance, budgeting balance also. Or you're just going to get a good handle on that. You need to look at your budget and actually put it in writing and track yourself. It will help you keep your finances organized, is what I'm hearing. So if you don't currently have a budget that you've actually written down on paper, take the time to sit down. Hey, this is my rent, my utility, my car payments, my insurance, my this, that. See where you're using your money, where you're spending your money, including groceries and stuff like that, because that's the big one in everybody's budget right now. I don't know about everybody else, but it seems like my grocery bill, and there's just 2 of us, has almost over doubled this last year with shortages and COVID and people panicking and all that. And please don't go rushing out thinking you need to stock because of Armageddon, because you don't. Just as you grocery shop, pick up a little bit extra, just so that you have a little extra in your cupboard. You know, if you buy 1, can't buy 2. You don't have to buy a case. Just keep your good basic staples replenished.
Are you still here, Stacy? I have a couple questions. I didn't necessarily see finance in my in my cards, but Stacy, do you have some issues with coworkers? Because I'm definitely feeling some conflict at work for you. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see some sneakiness and I get the 5 of Swords and the 5. Hold on one sec. I get the 5 of Swords along with the 5 of Wands, so that's some bickering, some kind of drama. I get the Knight of Swords, so there definitely feels some conflict. I wasn't feeling before that that it was a new job, because I don't necessarily see that in the cards, but I'm kind of feeling now, looking at the cards, that there might be something new coming in. I get the Chariot clarifying that 5 of Wands, so moving away from those bickering. And I see you planning that those new stages for your career with the 3 of Wands. That one came. At the bottom of the deck, I got the 8 of Cups, which is walking away. Next to the 5 of Cups, there's some kind of grief, despair. But I think walking away from that job is going to be a good thing for you, because I see you as victorious with the 6 of Wands. So it could definitely be a new job I'm kind of feeling now. But when I first read your question on what your finances look like, I heard better. So I think you're going to be in a better spot financially, maybe once you get settled in this new job.
Can I go?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, it's funny because we're getting very similar messaging. The center of my reading on my present situation line is the Chariot. So that's the center of the basis. Management is aware of this, of the Hierophant. Management is aware that there's conflict going on. And I'm getting the 8 of Cups. You're thinking about walking away out of this situation. I'm hearing from my guides is you need to talk to your supervisor, somebody above, about your concerns about the situation at hand right now. Because they're watching it unfold, and I think it needs to be addressed. I get the Judgment card and the Queen of Swords. Management doesn't want to lose you. So you have job security. You're not the problem. It's outside, somebody outside of you that's causing these issues and making the work situation uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to talk to your supervisor or your manager. Or if it is the supervisor that's involved, I'm not feeling like it is. I'm feeling like it's a coworker. It does need to be addressed, because under that Chariot, I was getting the 10 of Swords. It's a burden to not only you, but to everybody in the office, because it's causing tension within the entirety of the office.
Hey, Kathy. She says that the drama around her, the issues, is from walking away from a relationship, not a job.
Oh, is it the relationship?
Yeah, I definitely saw the conflict in the cards.
Okay, that would also make sense.
Yeah.
It's okay to walk away from a relationship that's not working. I see whatever happening, though. You're working on this. You have a support system, a partnership. You might be meeting somebody new. I don't know. But that was, that 10 of Swords in the center. That's that burden. Then I got the Best Pentacles cards for you. It's your finances are going to be better. So there's your 7 of Pentacles. and your King of Wands. So it is going to work out. It's going to find balance. You're going to find that strength again, that with that King of Wands, giving you the power back. Yeah, I do see a promotion coming for you. That Seven of Pentacles, you reap what you sow. You're a hard worker. You are noticed by management in the work. You've got the Judgment and rewards with the Queen of Swords above, your King of Wands, and your Pentacles. So, yeah, that's giving me strong indication that, yes, your finances are going to increase. And
I feel she's worried, though, because now she's on her own without her partner, and I think she's going to be just fine. That's
fine.
what I'm kind of picking up intuitively.
That must be why I was told to sit down. Why I was told to tell you to sit down and put everything out on paper. See it for what it is. Be aware of your spending. Be aware of where you're putting your money, and it will help you relax, because you'll realize that you don't have to be dependent on somebody else. That it's there. You can do that. You can do it on your own.
You're going to be fine, Stacey.
Yeah, because I've got your truth. The last two cards in the reading is that Queen of Swords, that truth, and that King of Wands, that grounding, that power. You have it. So trust in that. Just pen and ink it. I know I'm a Pisces. That's really hard for me to do. I can manage money to the penny. But it was when I learned to actually put it in writing and look at it, the real picture, that I gained that strength in myself to know that I could do it on my own. Gives you a lot of power, personal power. I hope that resonates.
You're welcome, Stacey.
Yes, you are so welcome. Deb Z said, it'll be uncomfortable at first, but the release of his negative energy will be awesome. That is so true, Deb. She
said before that he was jealous and I think controlling.
Yeah, it's hard to live with that kind of relationship. I'm very
Hi, Hermit's Corner.
Yes, hello, Dean. Glad you joined us. I'm slowly scrolling down here. I'm trying not to miss any questions. Okay. Thank you, Mims. Mims said, give us a thumbs up before you leave. Yeah. Thank you, Mims.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, like, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Kevin or my station, we'd appreciate the subscriptions. We're on a race. When I hit 200 subscribers, I'm going to be giving out some decks.
Oh, nice.
And so
I haven't decided what I'm going to do.
200 mark. And then my next time I will set it at 500. I'm not in a big, super fast race. I don't need 50,000 subscribers. I like our sweet community. But I do want to build the channel. Plus, I need 500 subscribers so I can open my community page up. It's going to help out a lot. It's really hard not having that community page.
Yeah, I need to figure out something to do once I do hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. I got my my numbers up to over 800 after this morning with my live stream with Scott, Andrea, and Debbie, which I'm happy about. So.
Well, I hope you'll honor us with your musical talents again, because you have a beautiful voice.
The thought has crossed my mind. We're gonna have to see.
Yeah. Welcome, Flowing, Stacy, Patty G. As I'm going down and catching questions, because I didn't give a shout out to everybody. Hey, Silver 111.
Linda just said she just subscribed.
All right. Welcome forward. And
Are you looking for questions, Kath?
Yeah. Plus I'm reading the chat as I'm going. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
Mims puts out a shout out to Patty and sending her white light and love. I missed what was going on there, but yes. Lots of love to Patty. I love the support in our community.
Yeah.
Hello, Ron, the unconditional love. He also hit 800 subscribers. Congratulations, Ron. You're doing great on your channel. Ron's a good friend of mine. I helped him actually launch his channel till he got comfortable running it on his own. Am I missing questions, Kevin? Are you seeing anything?
Well, I'm down at the newest, so I didn't know if you wanted to do an order or what you were thinking.
I've been writing down the order. I'm not seeing any more questions.
Well, the last question
Here's one. A general read.
That's what I was going to say.
I must be getting close to. I can't see the time on my. Oh yeah, I'm right. Right towards the end. May I have a general read, Kathy? Yes, you may, Tina. Or Trina. I didn't see that.
Mims, I'm only the level 1 Reiki practitioner, so when I do eventually take my next class is when I learn remote Reiki. So I am planning on doing that, and I'm not sure when yet. All right, Trina.
I am a light worker, and I am not a Reiki master. I have a different. It's similar, but it's different. I work with my guides, so if you are needing.
She was saying when I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark that I could maybe do like a remote Reiki as a remote Reiki something, but I'm not trained in that yet, and that's my next class.
Maybe when you hit 2,000, you'll have your certifications for that.
I'm feeling probably spring because I took my first one in February or March of this year. So I think a year's time to really work with that kind of energy and grow. Usually you have prerequisites, but my teacher waived it for the first 2 levels because with everything going on in the world needs so much healing. So
yeah.
All right.
And I do ascension light work that is very guided with my guides.
That's a rhyme.
Hard to explain exactly what it is.
Ron says I am a raking master. Leaves. If you want to come to Cleveland area, Ron, I have 1 tree in the backyard, so it's not a whole lot. If you feel up to raking those leaves, go for it.
Yeah, he has like 3.5 acres, and he plants hundreds of trees around, so he's got an abundance of trees. I'm hoping to have that tree line land. I'm looking. My daughter keeps telling me, you just need to pack your bags and get here, Mom. I agree. Before we can sell out our house and relocate to the east, my husband's looking at a back surgery, so we're sort of now.
Be all right. He'll feel better after it.
Oh yeah, but it's the recovery time, and it's literally getting him to stop working because he is not one that sits in a chair or rests.
We talked about it before. He's going to struggle with that a little.
Yeah, he's going to struggle with it, but he knows that he has to slow down and allow his body to truly recover. So the minute he does the one thing that the envelope, he'll stop. I know he's going to have to push it once. My big baby. My little crab.
I like tapping into Trina's energy because I've seen her on Hermit's Corner, and I just think that she's really funny and a really good person.
And she has really good energy.
Yeah.
Your cards are great. I don't know what the center of my reading on your current. I'm showing a little bit of heartache, a heartbreak. I don't know what that is, though. I don't feel like you're breaking up in a relationship. Something tugging at your heart.
Feel some issues with that as well.
And I got the Justice in reverse. You're not feeling like it's going to resolve itself, but all my cards beyond that tells me you're moving to smoother waters on whatever this heartbreak issue is. Since I missed the first two cards in the reading, I'm showing the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So that this is what the past, the strength, your securities, and all that. Before the central reading of the heartache, some injustice that you're feeling, and you're moving from the waters. That's the present in my reading. My outcome line is showing that the Lovers and the Ace of Wands, this is moving you forward in a positive direction, in a partnership of some kind. It may be with your current partnership or your spouse, or somebody that you're going to be in a new relationship with. I'm showing the King of Pentacles. This is your strong king. He's a slow-moving king, but he is a strong king. He's going to bring those pentacles at rest. You're not going to have to worry about your finances. I get the Temperance card, which is like my card. This card comes up for me. It's my life symbol card. I'm sure of it. My guides give me this card. It's patience, understanding, learning, perseverance, trust.
It's healing as well.
It will come to you, because your final outcome card is that Six of Cups. All your cups will be full. So I love this cup because there's all the lotus flowers at King Kevin. They keep on showing up.
Oh.
My guides told me my cups are full of locust flowers. My guides told me to wear this shirt today. It has locust flowers on it. It was part of this morning's symbol. It also has the sacred geometry, symbols of life and understanding. And I actually pulled a card that went with it. It was a message that, but I was told when I saw locusts, I was supposed to talk about it. So it's the Atom card in the Elemental Oracles. And I was also supposed to deliver this message with the locust flowers, which just showed up in my reading. So this message must be for you from the guides, Trina. It says, atoms, everything that is connected by some building blocks of matter. You are electric and vibrating in motion. Be stringent in your beliefs, and your growth is a neutral. Building and changing is natural. There is room for the infinite variety. The word power of atomos is Greek, meaning undivided. Many ancient cultures suspected the world was made up of building blocks that couldn't be seen. While the elements of the earth, air, fire, and water were part of their thinking, many also thought that even those formidable elements were constructed from something. The ancient Greek philosophers, and I'm not even going to slaughter his name. Yeah, I am. PURPOSUSES and his pupil Demetrius suggested around 450 AD that atoms existed. They were infinite, and that there must be a different kind to reflect the objects that was the end result. Indians and Islamic scholars also reported that the idea of the atom, but it wasn't until the 16th and 17th century that the motion became a serious field of study with Brenner, Boyle, and Newton. The last 200 years have given us a clearer idea of what the atoms are made up of. Each atom is composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus. The nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons. The boundaries of the atom are not well defined, so they are able to connect to the vibration. We can use a scanning tunnel microscope to view surfaces at this atomic level. The ideas of what we are all connected or everything is part of the whole is somehow born out in the quantum physics. It is not just some romantic idea, but it's something solid. And that's the elements. All elements have atoms. So I hope that's helpful. I don't know why that message was brought through, but it must have some spiritual meaning for you and all of us in the room.
Well, I'm picking up on the same energy that you are. I haven't seen Trina comment recently, but do you have some, are you in a relationship? Is there some fighting in your relationship? Trina says, thank you so much, Kathy. That did resonate.
Oh, good.
I'm getting right now that it's I get the Judgment card as this signifier, crossed by the sun. So some of that judgment, some of that, what's the word that I'm thinking of? I don't know. Something's coming to light with this sun that's going to test things for you. The reason why I'm thinking that it might be part of a relationship is because above I get the Emperor with the Judgment and then the Five of Wands. So I was just picking up relationship. The Five of Wands is kind of bickering, arguing.
As part of
you got the Lovers?
Yeah, I got the Lovers as part of the outcome.
Just pointless bickering. But I do see something new coming that's going to be very positive for you, Trina. Something very karmic. I get the Wheel of Fortune, so some good news coming in. But at the base of my reading, I get the Six of Swords next to the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So there's a lot of kind of conflict feelings, feeling somewhat betrayed or trapped in a situation, or maybe wanting to leave a situation and go on to smoother waters. So I don't know if that resonates with you at all, but just know that
that it's slow moving and be patient in that message.
I get the sun and the wheel next to each other. So just know that times might be a little hard for you right now, but I definitely see a lot of positive change happening for you here soon. So,
which makes sense in that elemental card then. So we're all part of another. It's going to reveal itself. It's going to connect, which is that. Why I was told to bring that locust flower up. It's funny. Kevin and I had that conversation about this before we came on. I'm like, look at what my guides told me to wear. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but there's a message behind it. that's supposed to come out today. And he's like,
She did.
that happens. That happens.
It was funny because when she wasn't on the computer when I entered the live stream, but all of a sudden I just heard her ask Siri or Alexa what the spiritual meaning of a lotus flower was, and I was like, wow, I know it's very feminine energy, and I think the lotus flower is all about female empowerment.
Yeah. And what did I say to you? Siri never did answer me. I said, oh, you're going to teach me somewhat what the meaning of that is for me.
Ask Kevin next time.
Well, we work as a team. We have this unusual form of communication we've got going on that I don't think you and I can even begin to try to explain because we don't even understand it.
Ooh. Well, that's half of my deck that I was pulling from over my workspace is a mess with decks and stuff everywhere.
Ron says his Boogie Woogie Man is coming. That's Ron doing disco in the background, by the way.
He's doing disco?
His Boogie Woogie Man is coming, is what he said to Trina. And just to explain that, that's Ron doing disco dancing in the background.
Mims likes how we pick up from each other. Our cards usually are always like almost identical. So me and Kathy are on like the same wavelength, and we actually think things and talk telepathically sometimes without even noticing it. So
yeah, you guys should. We really need to have some of our conversations on Zoom rather than through Messenger and Facebook. We need to hit the record button because we will be just having talking as friends, and then all of a sudden we'll start doing these massive readings of predictions that are 3 and 4 months out, sometimes as far as 6 months out, that nobody's reading on yet because the weather patterns haven't caught up, and some of them are absolutely amazing. And then as it comes closer, we'll start going, oh, remember when we read on that like 6 months ago? and I keep on telling them we really need to start documenting some of this stuff and doing some forecast readings, which we've talked about doing it, looking at all of 2022 come probably sometime in December. We'll plan a program out to really take a psychic mediumship look at do a prediction video on what we're foreseeing coming up in the next year, which will be really fun, and pull energy, Sharon's energy in with us on that one. We make this great trine connection when we're all pulling that energy. So it should be a really fun reading. I don't know if we'll do it live or if we'll do it pre-recorded. My guess is we're probably going to do it pre-recorded. Because it takes a lot of meditation work before we start going into that energy.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
But it should be a really interesting show when we get it put together. So, and
did you see Mim's comment?
No, I didn't. I have a
hard time. No lie. I saw a silver cord between the two of you.
Oh, I believe you. Totally believe you.
I do too.
I had a psychic dream that he was my little brother, and I had woke up from the dream because it was so vividly real. And as soon as I sat up, he called me. It was the strangest thing. And I went, Kevin, I had this dream. We were in bed together. And he goes, what? No. I'm like, no. It wasn't anything like that. I said, you were my brother. And he goes, well, of course I was. It's like... Yeah, that totally makes sense. So yeah, I think we have a connection, and
yeah, I do too.
I have a lot of past life dreams that my guides. I meditated on it about a year ago, asking them to show me aspects of past lives I've had that have meaning, that would have meaning in my life now and doing this work, and that's one of them. And he has some amazing past life dreams, unusual aspects. They don't always make sense at first and then fall into place. So.
All right. Well, I see. I think we wanted to wrap this up in probably about 20 minutes. And who just said that? Gma said that KS, Herc's Corner, and Star Midnight had questions. I saw Herc's question, or Hermit's Corner's question. It was about, he said,
give me the.
He said something about how he hasn't gotten that job at that crystal store yet. And I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I remember telling him that
in the chat still.
He may need to reach out to this person and really show his interest. I think last time I chatted with him. But I know that we both saw him getting that job. I remember that reading. So
he may just need to go back in the shop and talk to the owner again and sort of bring himself to their attention. That yes, he is really interested in that job, because I do see him getting that job.
Yeah, and I remember saying that I thought it was going to be a really good choice for him and that he was going to be really happy there. Have you went in and talked to the owner again, Carl? I think last time I was on your channel, I told you that you need to go back in and double check on things and sell yourself a little bit.
Yeah. Shout out to Wayne. I see you in the room. I didn't see you in earlier. I did give you a shout out, thanking you and Suzanne for joining us. And meeting everybody, letting everybody meet you.
All right, Carl. So that is my advice to you. He said no, not yet. He hasn't went back to the store yet, but he did get a reading there. You need to go back to the store and talk with the owner and really sell yourself. And I think that you'll have a lot of similarities, and she's going to be really interested in hiring you. So
it's not even going to be a hard sell of yourself. Just let her get to know you, because that's what's going to get you the job. She's going to feel your energy. And
I remember he was saying, though, too, that she was reading him and it made him feel a little uncomfortable. I don't think he likes people tapping into his energy very much.
Yeah. That's because she didn't ask permission to read. And get a hold of me, get a hold of me, and let's talk through Messenger, and I will tell you what to do about that. There is a block you can put up so people can't read without your permission. It's a mirror block, and it's one I use. What it does is anybody that tries to read me without my consent will actually only see the reflection of themselves. So, if somebody reads me and they say, "Oh, you're such a nice person, you have wonderful energy," I know that they just read themselves, and they're also a safe person. So it's a nice little trick if they kick back some negative comments at you, having read you. It's sort of because it is a mirror response. They're actually seeing their own image and their own energy. Gives you a sort of a heads up there. So it's a wonderful tool. I've only met a few other readers that actually use it. And I read one once that was reading in the chat, and I said, "Wow, you have this wonderful exuding energy." And he says, "Oh, well, thank you. I know you do." I was like, "What?" And he goes, I use a mirror protection." And I was like, "Oh, so do I." And then we read each other with consent. So I try not to read other readers, but I was just sort of trying to get a spiritual feel for his readings. So Connie Brown has a question here that as I was scrolling through. It says, "Kathy's got it like, may I have a general reading for the week?" Yes, you may, Connie.
I'm going to let you do that real quick, and I'll be back in just a minute or two.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm wondering, Connie, if you can let me know in the chat, have you pulled the drawers we were talking about the other day privately? Because I do believe you're going to find your envelope. Look under the contents of the drawers, Connie, and actually pull the drawers out and look at the bottom, as if it fell out the back of the drawer and fell down either into another drawer or all the way under. And it may be in a different drawer, so you might have to pull a few of them around the house. It's there, though. I also heard use your pendulum. Ask the question in your head to help you locate it. It'll take you to the right area. And as we're discussing this online, here's the Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and things are moving fast. The center of the reading, this is the current situation. The stars are shining the light on this. You get it's showing that Nine of Swords and that Eight of Swords. You're feeling that betrayal, the betrayal of the trust, the imprisonment of that trust, and how frustrated you are with the infighting that's been going on. Once you find that money, you will be able to walk away from the situation to allow the peace. It will be coming forward soon. You will find that. Your final outcome is the High Priestess and that King of Wands. That's your strength and your power in this. So this will get resolved. I'm feeling it will get resolved. Spirit's wanting you to know that it's going to get resolved. Like I had said to you earlier, you will take the higher ground with your priestess and your strength. And stand in your truth again, where your decisions you've already made, you need to stand firm with that. You are doing the right thing. And my guides are sending you a lot of love and protection. You're going to get through this without destroying a relationship that doesn't need to destroy. It will be returned. So know that it is there. It's it's going to be that. Oh, it must have got stuck in the wrong place. As several people have told you now. I was told to read back on that question that she had posted the other night that the group of us were reading.
Yeah, I was figuring that's what you were reading on.
Yeah.
Did you get something new?
No. It's like it's been pushed to the back of a drawer and either fell into another drawer, it's under things, or all the way to the bottom of a cabinet.
I saw a filing cabinet.
Yeah, you saw a filing cabinet or a cabinet that you keep personal papers in or something. The story behind it is, I must have stuck it there by mistake. I didn't. I thought I put it here. It was there. Is how you're going to step out of it in the positive. Just be happy that it gets returned. And if it's not 100% all there, it's almost 100%. It didn't all disappear. He didn't spend a large portion of it. So, but it's there. I suggest that she get her pendulum out and walk around the house with the question in her head to help her locate exactly what drawer or cabinet or file cabinet that her pendulum's drawn to look, instead of tearing the whole house apart. But it's there. It's there. And if you haven't left the house, you might want to run to the grocery store or something so it can be placed there.
Wayne told Connie, he said, yes, Connie, there's money in your drawers.
I don't think Wayne was in that circle of that reading. Were you, Wayne? I don't remember if Wayne was in the circle or not.
Jima said she put a question in the beginning. Can I still ask? Do you want to end on her question and then pull something for the
yes.
question?
Would you just repost your question so we can see it, man? Or Jima? I try not to miss anybody. It's sometimes difficult. I'm sorry. We don't ever, neither Kevin or I, when we're reading together or on our own, we try not to miss any.
If we missed your question today, please jump on. Me and Kathy are going to do something on my channel, I think Tuesday. So yeah, make sure you come. And I'm going to put it up in my banner for my StreamYard to put hearts in all caps for your questions. So it just makes it a little bit easier for us all to see your questions. But come over to my channel on Tuesday and hopefully we can get your question in.
Yes.
If my daughter is putting
early, we usually launch a premiere before we actually join the room. Post your chats as soon as you come on, so it's at the top, and we'll pull them before we come on.
Star Midnight, come on my channel on Tuesday. I'll make sure that we answer your question on Tuesday. Okay. I'm gonna write it down right now.
But I heard a yes. You will be meeting somebody, but we'll do a full reading on it for you on and address it Tuesday if you come over. You will be meeting somebody, but it's not immediately. It's my quick here. Jima, that's part of the. I got part of a question, but not the full question. Could you repost it? Because I need more information. It says my daughter is putting a case for what?
Yeah, I wrote a note, Star Midnight. So if you're on Tuesday, send your question. We'll make sure that I answer that for you.
Thank you for joining us, Trina. We enjoyed reading for you. And if you're available, come on over on Tuesday. What is it? Noon my time and 3 your time. Is that what time we're going on?
That's what we have been doing. So probably be sometime around there.
Within a half hour-ish.
Thank you, Debsy. Debsy said Jima's daughter has a case for construction company court case.
Okay.
Connie just posted her question.
Oh, thank you, Connie.
Thank you both.
In case for fraud case.
Oh, I heard yes, Jima.
Yes, I absolutely a yes. She will.
And it doesn't feel like it's too far off either. It feels like spring, or end of winter, early spring next year.
Yeah,
she's going to get some.
Going to hold them to the contract.
Yeah.
And they have no legitimate ways of weaseling out of it. The courts will hold them to that contract. They're going to win that. She's going to get that. These are the legal questions. I always put in my disclaimer, no legal questions. These are the legal questions. The approach we can read. We're not going to read. Those of you in the room, I'm a paralegal, so I cannot give legal advice because it's perceived as me practicing law. But a question like this, I can read energetically on it. I'm just not going to answer legal questions that give me legal advice type questions. So, but an outcome question, yes, I can do. As long as I don't have to give a legal opinion. And I worked in child support, so I will refer you to your local child support services. So.
Yeah, I keep hearing yes, she's going to win that case. So
yeah, she's going to win that case. I heard a strong yes.
And, yeah, me too. It feels soon too. The energy feels like it's not too far off.
Oh yeah, she does. Good point. Deb Z said, Gma, does she complain to the Better Business Bureau? Yeah, she does need to report the contractor. I mean, she also needs to file a report with if he's in breach of a contract. This is in regards to breachment of a contract. She also needs to contact the contracting licensing agency and report any concerns for a violation of his work, because they will investigate it also.
I get something weird with it though too. I definitely get a resounding yes. My yes card is here, but I get the Lovers in the present and the Two of Cups in the future. So it feels like it's like a weird connection. Like maybe she knew the contractors, or there was definitely some kind of partnership there.
Maybe the contractor's partnership with a subcontractor or something that is the problem.
There's definitely some kind of partnership in with this case. I definitely see them stealing at the root of the reading. I get the Seven of Swords, so there was definitely some shady stuff going on. Above the reading, I get the Sun. This is my absolute yes card. In the past, I get the Wheel of Fortune. So this deed that happened in the past, it's a turning point. There's a lesson to be learned from this, but it's also you know, things are switching. Good luck is coming into the future. Oh, she said that he had done work before and she had never had any problems. So that makes sense with the partnership. They've definitely worked together before.
I think he's used with that. I think he's used a subcontractor or somebody knows that got involved with this shady part. Mm-hmm. I'm getting that this is the energy of the reading, which is the 16,000 versus the 40,000. It comes in with the Knight of Cups, that the emotion, and the Page of Wands. But I'm showing that the King of Cups, which is to me a representation of abundance and her victory. So yeah, she will. The King of Cups will bring in the abundance of the contract, and she will win that suit.
I just got a hit.
It's going to be her victory. Yes, go for it, Kevin.
Well, Gma just told Debsy that she is. What did Debsy tell her? I don't think she's filed a complaint yet. She's talking to attorneys now.
Yeah.
And she said she's doing that Monday. Right now, she's speaking to an attorney. So what did Debsy say?
Yeah.
I think Debsy asked if she made a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. Mm-hmm. She's doing that on Monday. I got a hint that it might actually be settled outside of court too. I think once they get the
costs a lot of money to litigate, and the contractor will actually be liable not only for the contract amount, but the court costs. So yeah, he will probably choose to to take higher ground and settle for the amount of that she's asking, rather than it go into a litigation process, which could cost him $15,000 to $20,000 above.
And take a long time. I feel it's coming in soon. The resolution's coming in soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're going to settle out of court, and that could be my my Lovers and Two of Cups as well, coming to an agreement.
Yeah.
So don't worry about your daughter, Jima. She's going to be okay, and she's not going to. They're going to make it right and pay.
And I just heard he's going to clean up his business practices from this. It won't happen again.
I think she gets her money refunded.
Yeah.
For the work they didn't do.
She's going to get the full amount. She's going to come out fine.
I agree.
He's going to settle because it's going to cost him probably double that to litigate it and to make a stink about it.
You're welcome, Jima. Yeah. Don't worry. It's going to all work itself out, Jima.
Mm-hmm.
Just have her get in contact with her attorneys. If they send any files over to him, it's going to scare him, and she's not going to get ripped off. She's going to get that money back.
Yeah. I'm feeling like the attorney she's working through is very well versed in contract law too. That is whoever she found to represent her has a really good handle on contract law.
Neither me or you got any legal cards, did we?
I just got that issues are going to be moving forward, and she got victory. That she was going to come out with the King of Cups. That abundance card came out.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to even go to court. Yeah. I think
I'm seeing that it's being. I think you nailed it on the head. It's going to be resolved out of court.
Yeah.
And I was raised by a contracting specialist. Contractors prefer not going to court because of the cost of litigation. Settlement's always an easier route. Hence the reason why the big fat T does a lot of out of court settlements, because he ends up, when he loses, he ends up with the court costs. So that's what prompts that out of court settlement. So I think that's it for the day. Do we want to pull a group oracle card just to finish off our day?
Yeah, sounds good, Kathy.
And I was going to say, where's
like I said before, if we missed your question, please just make sure if you want, you can come onto my channel Tuesday. Come in early and write your questions in first, and just write them in caps with hearts or something to catch our attention.
Yeah.
We try to answer as many questions as we can. So.
Yeah, Friday we tried to get Deb Z to come on live with us too. We didn't manage to do it. We even offered her a paper sack to wear. I kept on seeing Danny's Halloween, or I think it wasn't Halloween, it was his April Fool's joke when he wore the bag over the bag over the bag and kept on revealing himself with another bag. We were just trying to get Deb on.
All right.
Again.
All right, I got my message for today. Your postcard from Spirit is you are divine beauty. And Spirit's message to you all today is, dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world, there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pays off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't it amazing? How we adore you.
I love that message. So
Yeah,
true
it's
to our times right now. Bye,
all the
Deb.
karma and everything going on.
Okay, the card I pulled is from the Surrender deck, which is also another one of our favorite decks. And it's Surrender to Worry. And it's a beautiful card.
Beautiful.
I love the artwork in this card. It's so heavenly. It says, make a commitment not to lead anxiety-driven life. When worry arises, breathe, then out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith in that spirit is guiding you always. So, there's so much worry with COVID and all the political stuff going on in our country right now. We need to surrender to that worry. Your card and this card go really well together in that regards. So let us have faith that everything that comes around goes around. Our guides, our universe has a way of correcting itself. And let's surrender the worry. Let's not live in the worry of what's going to happen next. Let's live in the worry. Let's put our focus on what we want to come forward. What our vision is coming
into
forward.
The positive.
The positive. The changes that we want to see. Abundance of food, better paying jobs, housing for everybody, people not losing their homes, all those positive things that will come forward for us. We just need to keep our thoughts positive. Mim says, love and light to you all, blessings and gratitude to Kathy and Kevin. Well, thank you, Mims. And it was so wonderful reading for you and all of you in the chat. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Do hit the thumbs up if you haven't already before you exit the program, because it does help with the algorithms and the numbers coming up so that the channel gets promoted. And we do appreciate, and we both enjoy so much reading for everybody. Thank you, Wayne, my sweet mentor, sweet loving Wayne. I would have loved to have read your email out loud, but I wasn't going to do that. But I did share it with Kevin.
She did.
Anyways, we love you, Wayne, and thank you for coming and introducing yourself to the whole community. I know everybody appreciated that. And I'll talk to the readers group and say, hey, give them a little space that we may be able to get you to come on a special occasion now and again and say hi to the tribe. Everybody absolutely enjoyed meeting you, though. You and Suzanne both. And send my love and blessings to Suzanne. I know she's just sitting across from you there. And if you guys didn't have a chance to meet Wayne and you want to meet Wayne, you can go back and watch Nasty Women's Tarot, Lisa Smith's birthday celebration. Wayne and Suzanne both made a beautiful appearance and introduced himself. And he proved that he was a reader. He was in his library. Got you there, Wayne. Got your back. Wayne is very spiritual, but no, he won't be opening a YouTube channel soon. I think they're headed towards retiring soon and continuing on in this beautiful journey him and Suzanne have together. So, but we are all fortunate to have him in our tribe as a family member, and we love you, Wayne and Suzanne. So
we love you all.
He's sending tons of laughter. So, and we do love you all. So I guess we're going to say goodbye for now, and we will see you Tuesday on Kevin's Vibrational Love channel. And we're looking forward to reading again for you all. And we'll see you then. everybody have a great Sunday afternoon or evening, depending on which part of the states or country you're in. And blessings to everybody. So.
Yes. Thank you all. Bye.
And